Hello again, little enzymes. Welcome back to Daisha's Digest. Again, I apologize for my posting schedule or lack thereof. Recently, if you didn't see my previous video, I just moved from DC to LA, so that was a process. And then Thanksgiving was right after that. I was traveling. I traveled back to Texas to visit my family. So it was a lot going on in November, but now that we're in December, I'm finally all moved in and like at home. I only have one more trip back to Texas this month, but it's a short one, so it shouldn't disrupt my schedule too much. So from here on out, we should be good back to our regularly scheduled daily posting time. Now, as you can see, my setup still needs some work. You guys know I like it to look a certain way, but it's okay. I'm not fully unpacked in my apartment just yet, but I will get there. But a lot of you don't even watch these videos anyway, so I think I'll be okay. I also just want to say I have missed you guys tremendously. I am so happy to be back posting on here. I saw a lot of comments in my last video with my twin sister, and everybody was saying I should bring her back. She'll definitely be back on. I have to figure out the audio issues because I don't typically record with two mics, so there was some issues with the audio, but we'll figure it out next time. But with all that being said, everything will be linked in the description, and let's just go ahead and get into it. So this first story I had saved, but it got deleted, so I had to find it on this like other Reddit site, so that's why it looks a little bit odd. But the title is, "Am I the a-hole for cutting off my mother-in-law after she made a joke about poking holes in our condoms?" I, 38 female, have been together with my husband James for 4 years. We are both child-free and do not intend to have kids in the future. When we first got married, we both told our family about how we didn't want to have kids and why. My family was fine with it, but his wasn't, especially my mother-in-law, who I'll call Mary for privacy. She's either passive-aggressive or just tells us we'll change our mind soon. Ugh, I hate when people are like that. You know, sorry, here I go with my tangents again. So I am child-free. I don't plan on having any children. And I do get the like rebuttals and everything. My thing is, I'm just always so curious why the grandparents are always so invested in their kids having kids. I don't know. It's like, it's not your kid. Like, why does it matter so much for your kid to have a kid? Like, if they don't want to, then why are you trying to push something on your kid that they don't want? And it's not just, you know, a new bicycle or a new hair color. It's a whole kid. It just never made sense to me. Anyways, OP continues, for example, telling us, "I can't wait to be a grandma," despite us not wanting children. If we try to say otherwise, she just pretends not to hear us. I've been very uncomfortable with this, and I have told my husband multiple times, but he's just brushed it off by saying she'll accept it someday. However, it's reached a limit. Recently, James was hosting a dinner party and invited his family as well as mine. While we were eating, my mother-in-law jokingly said, "You know, OP, I've considered poking holes into you and James's condoms so I could be a grandma. It's so smart, and you never know." Before laughing, I was horrified. Pause. How is that? That's not a funny joke. That's not a funny joke. That has to be some sort of a crime. OP continues, "After that, I excused myself and left the house. James followed after me saying I was being dramatic and it was a joke. I told him that it wasn't a joke and what would happen if she actually did it. We kept arguing for a bit before he stormed back into the house and I drove off in my car. I've blocked my mother-in-law on all social media and deleted her number. The whole family is furious at me now, calling me sensitive and paranoid. Am I the a-hole? Look, not the a-hole, but there's another problem happening here because the husband should be pushing back on them. Like, if it's something that is making his wife uncomfortable, he should be supporting her and pushing back. Also, I wonder if maybe he really does might like want a kid. I feel like sometimes men in these situations, they go along with it, but deep down they don't actually really not want to. And not just men, like sometimes women too. People, they'll be like, oh yeah, no, I'm child free too. But like deep down in the back of their mind, they think that their partner will change their mind, and they won't. I don't know. I'm getting those vibes from him. This is a mess. So some of the relevant comments. Question, why don't one of you get fixed if you're adamant on not having kids? OP responded, it's my husband who refuses to get a procedure done. I've already offered to get my tubes tied and other procedures, but he says he's not ready yet and doesn't want me to get surgery either until we're both ready. We, meaning him, because I'm only waiting on him right now. See? That just kind of solidifies my point that low-key, he might actually want a kid or two. Then it says, OP clarifies on which side of the family were okay with her being child-free. She responds, my side of the family was fine with it. His wasn't. His mother was the one who made the comment. Another comment said, she said this in front of everyone at dinner. No, not the a-hole. And another comment, mother-in-law's comments, including the one about the condoms, have all been way over the line and squarely in the none of your business category. Your husband should have handled this with his mother quite a while ago. Now he has no choice. Tell your husband the reason you have gone to the lengths you have gone, leaving the dinner, blocking his mother on social media, and deleting her, are all because he is failing to safeguard you from her. This is his responsibility because it is his mother. 100% agree. He needs to stop brushing it off. He needs to go see her face to face and say, Mom, you are hurting me when you press us for grandkids. We are not having children. That's my final decision. You need to stop mentioning it to either one of us. By mentioning it at dinner, you crossed a line and you need to apologize. Then never speak of us having kids in front of us again. Right. I agree. That's his mom, his problem. He needs to nip that in the bud. So I think this was the next day and there was an update. OP says, thank you all for the support. Hi guys, I thought I'd give you an update. So after everything that happened last night, I had a talk with my husband about how I want him to take a deeper step into his commitment of being child-free. I've also told him, unless he gets a vasectomy or similar procedure, I will not be intimate with him. I want him to do this to prove he can stand up to his mother and that he is just as child-free as I am. But honestly, I've doubted that after posting the first story. See? That's what I'm saying. It's not adding up. Okay, she continues, not in a rude way, of course. My husband told me that still he wasn't ready yet and that I was moving too fast. And by asking him to stand up to his mother, I was basically asking him to disrespect her for my sake. So then I just asked him if he wanted kids or not and to stop beating around the bush because I will divorce him and disappear like the wind if he doesn't. That finally got him to open his mouth and he told me that he did want kids and it was, look, my intuition is top tier. Okay, let me read this next paragraph. She said, I finally got him to open his mouth and he told me that he did want kids and was just secretly hoping for either an accident or me changing my mind, like how most of you guys in the comments predicted. Okay, I guess I wasn't the only one who thought that. She says, but what really shocked me is that he told me he was already considering tampering with our birth control condoms before, but he just hadn't found it in himself to do it yet. So now it makes sense why he only wanted to use condoms for our birth control. After that, I simply said that as of now, this marriage is over and I will be filing for divorce as soon as possible. And I made sure to tell him that whatever possible child I could have had would never be in his grasp to see him, especially my mother-in-law. He tried to protest, but I was firm on leaving. Honestly, he was pretty much planning to baby trap me. Nice try, but not here, honey. As of now, I'm currently staying at my sister's house. Soon, I'm going to try and find a lawyer for a divorce. But I do know that I can't ever go back in that house with him in it or my mother-in-law. This entire event has left me very shaken and worried. Wow. That is betrayal to another freaking level. Like, to manipulate a situation to try and get someone pregnant against their will. I mean, that's up there. That's egregious. I'll just say that. That is very egregious. And like, that's just crazy. People have so many different reasons for not wanting to have a kid, and then to just try to force that on somebody, I would be pissed. I would be pissed. So a couple of comments. The first one, why did you get married if you don't want children? I'm not gonna lie, I think that comment is a bit ignorant because people get married for lots of reasons, not just kids. But anyways, LP responded, he had told me before that he didn't want any either, and I thought we were both on the same page. Turns out I was reading a completely different book. Oh, maybe that's what they meant. Maybe they were saying like, if you don't want children and he does. But I don't know. I read that question. I understood that question differently, but maybe I misunderstood. The other another comment says condoms as the only form of birth control. Facepalm. Opie said because he refused to get any other forms of birth control. When I did offer to get a procedure done on me instead, he wanted me to wait until he was ready. I didn't want to hurt his feelings, so I waited on him pretty much. And the last comment, well done. Well freaking done, OP. Some people are just cancer on two legs and we need to cut them out of our lives. Oh, wow. And that's it. So this was posted like almost a month ago. Let me go to her page to see if there is any update. Nope. She just has those two posts. So no update. That means we'll go to the next one. This one is, am I the a-hole for calling my friend a creepy weirdo after she posted a TikTok about my husband? Ciao. I, 28 female, am friends with this girl, let's call her June, also 28 female. In fact, my husband, 32 male, and I often hang out with June and her boyfriend. For example, we go on double dates, have weekend trips, etc. We've known each other for over 2 years. I would say that we four were pretty tight as a group up until this weekend. My husband is an orthodontist. One of his patients is June's half-sister, Raya, 12 female. June often is the one accompanying Raya to her dental appointments. June is also a small-time online quote-unquote influencer. She's always recording and vlogging and stuff. Though my husband and I have made it clear to her and we're absolutely not okay with our faces in her vlogs online, and she seemed to respect that boundary. We don't use social media apart from Reddit, and we trusted her word when she said she's not going to post us online. Cue to last weekend. My brother sent me this TikTok link with a message, dude, you gotta watch this. I opened the link and it directed me to June's TikTok account. She doesn't have many followers, less than 10,000, but the particular video he sent me had like 500,000 views or likes. I'm not sure which. Lo and behold, it was a video compilation of my husband with the title, God, I see what you've done for others. What? That is creepy. Opie says the video was honestly the creepiest thing I've ever seen. She had recorded my husband during various of our double dates together, and it was clear he wasn't even aware he's being recorded. Wait. The fact that they're double dates means she's in a relationship, so why is she recording another man and posting him while she's in a relationship, for one? For two, why are you secretly recording your friend's man and making a whole video compilation and posting it? I'm at a loss for words. OP continues, in some of the clips, she would start with her face and then pan the camera towards my husband with a cutesy expression and mouthing words like, oh my God. The worst one was where he was working on her half-sister, Raya, wearing scrubs, and she'd recorded even that. She didn't even bother to blur out the kid's face while she was lying on the dental chair. I showed the video to my husband and he was horrified. He said it made him feel so uncomfortable and violated knowing that someone had been secretly recording him. He was angry that she'd recorded him working on a patient. Right, that's a HIPAA violation. He texted her asking her to take down the video and delete every video she has of him. First, she feigned ignorance. Then she said that she meant no harm and that it was all for online engagement. Since, and I quote, TikToks with hot guys go viral very fast, and that she'd gained a lot of followers after posting that. Yo, attention is a sickness. I have seen people do crazy things on social media, literally just for a viral moment, clout, likes. Like, it really is not that serious. This is crazy. This is unstable behavior. Opie said, this was all so weird, but my husband and I got our family and friends to report the video and thankfully it's being taken down. This pissed off June and she sent me a long text saying how I was jealous of her online success and that I couldn't stand seeing her succeed, blah, blah, blah. I replied saying, you're delusional and unhinged. You're not successful and you'll never be. Oof. Stay away from us, you creepy weirdo. Now she's all weepy and depressed and has been telling our common friends how mean I was to her. She's also been posting about mental health on her socials and about how mean some women are with their words. Am I the a-hole? Okay, OP. I'll just say, you ain't have to say that about, you're not successful and you'll never be, but I understand, the situation, maybe the emotions were high. I don't know if I would have put that far. That was a bit of a burn. Now, stay away from us. I definitely would have said that. But hey, on the other hand, she was in the wrong. So, I get it. Let me see if there's any other comments on this from this original post. Someone said, not the a-hole. People who think online engagement is more important than basic human decency are sadly not at all uncommon, and they are, as you say, delusional and unhinged. Their success is not real, and except in very few cases, it never will be. OP responded, it's psychotic, honestly. My husband is so freaked out about this. I feel so bad for him. I would be freaked out too. Like, imagine one day you just wake up and somebody has videos of you like around your house doing chores or like eating, videos that you didn't even know. Like, imagine if somebody tapped into your security cameras that you have in your house and just like was what? Like, that's how violated I would feel. Someone just recording me without my knowledge or consent and then takes the time to edit a video together and then post it for the world to see. That's just Someone else said, not the a-hole. You and your husband had set clear boundaries and she violated those boundaries. This shows that she does not respect you at all. I recommend cutting her off entirely, as anyone who disturbs your peace is not worth your time. Opie said, yes, we're cutting her off entirely. I don't know if her boyfriend is aware of this or not, but I guess he'll have to be collateral damage because I don't want her to weasel her way back into our lives. Right, that was another weird thing. Like, why are you doing this and you got a whole man at home? Someone responded to that and said he might need to drop the half-sister as a patient and or tell the parents that she, June, is not allowed to accompany her anymore. I agree that this is a creepy weirdo. If you can't get followers or likes without lying and getting consent for people to be recorded, then she needs to find a new career. Opie responded, yes, he's in the process of informing her parents. I don't think he's gonna drop her as a patient as her treatment is almost done and it's gonna be a hassle for her to find a new orthodontist. Someone else said, ain't no way. She called your husband hot and then said you're jealous of her. Girl, she's jealous of you. Opie said, I know, right? I was thinking the same thing. How you gonna call me jealous? You posting about my life. Your first viral video was about my husband. Who's really the jealous one here? So let me go to the update. One day later, update, I don't want to make another post for the same thing, and I doubt I'm going to be updating again. My husband's practice reached out to Raya's parents and informed them about the situation via an email, as they wanted everything documented, like I mentioned in the comments. The parents have responded. They are shocked and very, very apologetic. They have agreed to chaperone Raya on her appointments instead of June. They wanted to meet my husband personally to apologize, but he informed them that that won't be necessary. June's TikTok video is still in the process of being taken down. No new updates on that. I guess she contested the reports or something. I'm not entirely sure. My husband and I have blocked her. My brother is keeping an eye on her account though, just in case she posts something else about us. We'll see what to do if or when it happens. We're going to be consulting a lawyer if she bothers us again in the future. My husband is kind of shaken up, upset, and annoyed about this whole thing. He's taken some days off from work, and so have I. We'll plan a trip somewhere, maybe to take his mind off of these things. Right now, I need to be there for him. I won't be posting anything for now. We haven't contacted her boyfriend yet. My husband is not in the right headspace right now, and I feel it'll be better if we focus on ourselves for the time being. We don't want the added headache of how the boyfriend will react or if he's in on this or whatever. We'll inform him after some time. I know this is selfish, but I think it's for the best. Thank you all for your responses. Okay, well, the fact that she just refuses to take it down though, is just so weird. Why would you even want to have something like that up? And people who do things like that just for likes and views and comments, yeah, you probably will have a video that goes viral, whatever, but what exactly can you do with that? It doesn't convert to anything. You're not having a community of followers. People are not there for you. You're not you can't, it's not sustainable. You can't keep it up. You're not going to make money off of it. So it just doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't make sense. Oh, there's a couple more updates. Okay, let's get into it. Period. 28 days later. OP says, I genuinely hoped I wouldn't be updating this story again, but life had other plans. We thought the drama was done, but nope. We filled June's boyfriend in on everything, and he was shocked, hurt, and confused. Turns out June managed his social media and he had no clue what she was posting. He thanked us and we thought that was it. But then he asked to meet up, saying he needed to discuss something. Oh gosh. Oh brother. What do y'all think is about to happen? I don't know what medium they contacted him through, but what if they're actually talking to her and not him? I don't know. Let's continue. Okay. At the meeting, he revealed he'd confronted June. Okay, so it was him. She broke down, professed her love, and claimed her obsession with my husband was for social media clout. Apparently his total package made for great content. Oh, okay, so she confessed her love to her boyfriend, not for OP's husband. So OP continues, when he asked to see her phone, she refused. So he checked her laptop and found hundreds of sneaky photos and videos of my husband. And for laughs, she had pics of me looking my absolute worst. Mouth open while eating, weird faces, the works. I think I'm pretty good looking, but these photos were the opposite. It's like she wanted to prove a point about my husband's ugly wife. June's boyfriend dumped her, but honestly, we're even more freaked out now. The scale of her obsession is terrifying. Hundreds of photos and videos. That's not just a crush, that's a fixation. The thought of her escalating to something more is keeping us up at night. As a small consolation, June's boyfriend made her delete the videos from her social media and laptop, but God knows how many more copies she has. Right. She probably still got them video. Actually, I wonder if he made her delete it from the deleted folder. If not, she can recover those videos from the deleted folder. So Opie says, despite June not reaching out after all this went down, we're still on high alert. Her radio silence is kind of unnerving, and we're bracing ourselves for whatever might come next. Hopefully it is in fact just for social media clout, not some weird baby reindeer type obsession with my husband. It's kind of unsettling how she was friends with me for over 2 years. We hung out often. We've gone on weekend trips with her and her boyfriend. We have so many mutual friends, and yet no one knew she was doing this behind our backs. Either I'm bad at reading people or she's very good at being sneaky and deceptive. I'm also mentally kicking myself for not realizing that someone was taking pictures of me. I feel my husband and I both need to be less dumb and more aware of our surroundings, LOL. On a brighter note, Raya's parents are super thankful to my husband for still treating Raya after everything. That's it for now. Hopefully this is really the end. Ooh, child. And it was indeed not the end, because there's one more update 2 months later, y'all. All right, here we go. I've been sharing some updates on a pretty unsettling situation we've been dealing with. For those who haven't seen my previous posts, and then she just does a recap. So, after not hearing from June for 3 weeks, things took a really creepy turn on Friday. We hadn't heard a word from her, so we both got a little more relaxed about the whole situation. We went back to work, and everything seemed fine, but turns out we were wrong. Oh my God. Oh my God. My husband went to the store after work to grab some groceries. He had no idea June was following him, but when he got to the parking lot, there she was. As soon as he saw her, he tried to get in his car as quickly as possible, but she was already closer and blocked the way to the door. He tried to walk away, but she stepped in front of him, begging him to talk to her. She kept saying it was just a harmless crush and that she'd leave us alone if he just listened. She even said, "Please talk to me." He didn't respond and kept trying to walk away, but she wouldn't let him. She begged again and reached into her coat pocket. My husband heard a metallic sound and instantly thought she might be pulling out a weapon. In a split second, he grabbed her hand to stop her and pushed her away with force. She lost her balance and fell down, but he didn't stick around. He quickly jumped in his car and sped off as fast as he could. Thankfully, she didn't follow him. Okay, period, because I would have did the same thing. I'm not finna wait and see what metal you got in your pocket. I'm finna take control of the situation and dip. Okay, shout out to the husband. I would have did the same thing. Opie said, after getting away, my husband immediately contacted the police. They managed to get security footage from the parking lot, and it shows 2 people, a man and a woman, running towards the car. After a short while, the man pushes the woman down and quickly gets in the car, speeding off. The footage wasn't super clear, but it shows the general sequence of events. Of course, it's still not totally clear what she was planning or what she had on her, but the situation was extremely tense. We've been trying to get a restraining order against her, and hopefully this time we'll get it, but we're not entirely sure how things will unfold now. We're also moving to my parents' home country for a while, just to feel safer and take a step back from everything. It's going to be tough rebuilding our lives from scratch, but I guess that's what's in our destiny. So yeah, that's where we're at. This whole situation is terrifying, and we're just trying to keep our heads straight and stay safe. I'll keep you all posted if anything else happens, but for now, we're just trying to lay low and handle this as best as we can. Wow. Again, though, they got the right idea, because I would have did the same thing. Luckily, they're in a position where they can get up and move to a different country, thankfully. But even if I wasn't in the position, I would make myself be in the position. Like, this is scary. Now she's escalated to stalking you, and Lord knows what she was planning to do in the parking lot. At that point, you have no choice but to move, at least to another state. But, you know, who knows if that would have even been enough. What the heck? Let me go to this lady's page. Okay, so she doesn't have a full, new update, but she did have some comments on that old update. One comment says, "We're good. Nothing new has happened as of yet. She's calmed down, I guess." That was 4 days ago. So I guess that could be considered somewhat of an update. And then another comment, I guess someone was asking about like their move. Opie said, "Yeah, we haven't told anyone. Only my parents and his parents know apart from us. We're being very careful here because we're going to be doomed if she somehow follows us there." Another comment, Opie says, "That's the thing. My husband and I have the resources to uproot our lives and move to a different place, but there are so many people who don't, and they're just supposed to live their lives in fear and paranoia without any help from the authorities." That's true. Wow. This is crazy. Well, it seems that they got away just based off of that comment that she left a few days ago. But that's crazy. I wish you the best, OP. I hope nothing else happens. I hope we don't have to I hope we don't have to hear another update unless it's a good update. But well, that is the last main read of the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll go to the palette cleanser for today. It's this, I literally laughed out loud when I saw this photo. The title is "Kids Are Always Full of Surprises." So the photo is of a little boy. He has the refrigerator door open and there's a dog sitting next to him and they're both looking into the refrigerator. And the caption says, "I'm sitting in the living room and I hear Brody say, 'And this is our fridge. It's where we keep our food.' I walk in and this is what I see. That's not our dog." Ah, man. That was funny to me. Like, where did you get this dog from, bro? Kids. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.